like to extend a personal invitation to you to see one of Staunton's most beautiful showplace homes. Indeed, you will never forget this tour. This home is called FINNSON Oaks, and it was featured in Virginia Builder magazine because of its many, many features that are unusual, gorgeous, historic, and surprising. They called it a surprise package in this article, and truly it is. Now from the outside we see the traditional Southern colonial look. Very traditional, very beautiful. And there's an emblem of an oak tree because the house is called FINNSON Oaks. It was built in 1940 for the Klotz family, a very prominent family here in Staunton, Virginia. And it later was the home of Dr. John Todd, and now is the home of the Peterson family. They loved this house, and their plan when they bought it 11 years ago was to restore the home, keeping the original features and working with them, but updating where it needed to be updated. They kept, and you will see this, many of the original colors and worked with those. They told me that they had a 3-year plan for the outside and a 3-year plan for the inside, and by golly, they've done a great job. Come in the front door, we've entered this lovely foyer with a sweep of light from the front to the back, and you'll enjoy every feature here, from the pegged oak flooring right up through what appears to be wallpaper, but in reality is hand painted very carefully by an artisan who also painted the feathery look on the ceiling. This kind of translates into that Art Nouveau flair which the house has. And it also shows you the whimsical personality of the owners. When you look at this chair, isn't that the greatest museum piece? It's not what you expect, not a Chippendale, but rather a work of art. It even has eyes right here. And so I love the feeling of this house, and I love the door that goes all the way through and the beautiful slate terrace. The owners actually had a plan in mind, as I've mentioned, to work on the landscaping as well as the interior, but to be true to the original concept when this house was built. Now from this room you can go right into a beautiful living room which you will be drawn to. One of my favorite features is the fireplace, which has been restored by these owners to a wood-burning fireplace. When they first bought the house, it had a gas fireplace, but they like that crackle of the real wood sound. And speaking of sound, you can sit in this room and listen to the most wonderful recordings or tapes or anything because it has speakers in the room as well as other built-ins that they have added in the way of cupboards. So enjoy this room, entertain in the room. It runs from the front to the back, and you will love every feature. When you come in this home, on the left, you'll see a very spacious and comfortable office that the owner actually uses to work from on a daily basis. This is a home office, and it really goes to work for him. You can see why. The bookshelves are wonderful. And there's also a lot of space for storage in the way of cabinets and other bookshelves in this room. So it comes in very handy for him. I suppose you could actually use it in another manner if you wanted to have a fold-out couch and extra company. You probably could do that, although there are many bedrooms above, as you'll see. So this room is a wonderful room and has doors to that front porch and doors over here actually. So in the original design it's very harmonious with the wonderful windows over the doors and the doors that access the landscaped yard, which is so attractive as well. So please come in and enjoy this den with me. I think you'll feel right at home. You will already feel welcome in this room. I don't need to welcome you to it at all because first of all you'll feel those mellow oak, pegged oak floors that are so attractive and are carried throughout the main floor of the house. But the main feature, which really enlarges the room so beautifully and brings in extra light. Of course, the beautiful window right here. It is a wonderful place for a buffet of any kind when you're entertaining, but you have a lot of wall space, so you can also use this. I personally have been in here when I have seen 20 people seated comfortably in this room, so it's answering everything you could possibly desire. And as you notice, what lovely crown molding. How deep is that? And then there's another row for hanging beautiful paintings or pictures that you might enjoy as well. I think the colors are magnificent, and when you have that kind of a high gloss white with a darker color, I commend the decorator and the owners for their sense of what makes a room beautiful, warm, and inviting all at once. The kitchen is one of the most wonderful rooms in this house. It was also one of the greatest challenges. I well remember when the former owners had this kitchen, it had a very different look. They have retained, however, the flair and feeling of the original owner's concept, which was definitely in the Art Deco era of thinking, with some touches of Art Nouveau as well. I see a lot of that in this kitchen, and I'm sure you do too at first sight. Also, I want to tell you that originally the arch was not here. There was a separate breakfast room which was spacious and lovely, but to open this up was a great achievement and get you that great kitchen dining area. Also, they retained the ceramic tile that was here. They wanted to keep as much of the past as they could, but they wanted it integrated with modern convenience, so that's the perfect blend, and they have really achieved it in here. These are upgraded stainless steel appliances. They're very professional grade, and if you know refrigerators, that is the most impressive one I have ever seen. Now the countertops, in many cases, you would not notice, but they have lovely marble here, and they have rebuilt and redone completely the cabinetry. It was metal, and these are custom built wood cabinets, some of which have lovely distressed glass in them through which you can see the goblets and show them right off. So I just can't rave enough about how this kitchen turned out, and I'm sure you'll feel exactly the same. I just can't thank you enough for coming down to the real party room of this house, and isn't it great? Here we have a rec room with personality. Again, the owners have wonderful personality here, and I can show you that. This is the martini glass collection that they have, and it makes a really nice background for your informal entertaining. Also down here is one of those miniature refrigerators, so you can hold forth and discuss all the world problems right here. Now this rec room has a wonderful fireplace as well. I guess it would be right about under the fireplace in the living room. So you have another great fireplace in here, and you have doors which enter a beautiful terrace situation, and not only that, the flagstone's lovely, the brick surrounds are beautiful, but I'm looking right now at the rose garden out there, which is a treasure because some of the original roses are actually growing in that garden. So boxwood surround them, and the rose garden is beautiful. Behind it is a beautiful brick wall that the owners have built, and it too has an Art Deco design in the center of it. So it's carried forth throughout the property, and it makes you feel like having a good time. The house reminds me a lot of the age of Gloria Swanson and all the old movie stars that we think of riding around and living a wonderful, glamorous life. So welcome to a light-hearted rec room. Even though it's richly paneled, much light comes in through those patio doors, and I think you can create any mood in here you'd like. The owners have a lovely pool table here in front of the fireplace for more relaxed moments, and there is a TV set over in the corner. we are at the very inviting terrace, which is right outside of that lovely rec room I mentioned. In the terrace are surrounding the roses, which I want you to use your imagination and imagine them in full bloom, a riot of colors surrounded by these boxwoods, these lovely English boxwoods. The owners have been true to the original design with the creation of the wall behind me and the Art Deco centerpiece of the wall. So I think you'll love this area, and not only that, the owners have enjoyed a hot tub right here as well on the terrace, and it's a great place for one. So hidden away, private, and beautiful. Enjoy your terrace. Here I am in the master suite. This is a wonderful big bedroom, as you can see, with great build-ins. All on the top and on the sides are a suggestion of what the closets can be for storage. However, there's an entire big dressing room connected to this room. You will like the ambiance here, and as I mentioned before, the owners wanted to be true to the original concept of the house. And the bathroom colors were very different and will be surprising to you, but instead of changing them, they went with it and they enhanced those things and updated just to the degree that it needed to be updated, but you'll have that same feeling of the era in which they were built. This room, as you can see, has the brown decor, and the adjoining bathroom carries that right through. So it flows very nicely, and the tile is very pretty, done in a cocoa brown and a darker brown. I hope you'll enjoy it. Welcome to my ladies' bedchamber dressing room. You have just walked from the master bedroom through the brown and dark brown bathroom into my ladies' dressing room, and you will see, again, carried through this entire house, the Art Deco motif. Not only in the woodwork, but in the window enhancements. Now here, you might choose to have this be your makeup sink rather than using the bathroom sink. This is part of your dressing room atmosphere. Again, you'll notice the pegged oak floors carried throughout the house, so pretty. And the build-ins, which were not here before, are really enhancements. Now, if you wanted to, this could be another bedroom. I hardly think you'd need it, but here it is, and it's a great size. Now, here we are upstairs in the bedroom, which is in the center of the front of the house. So you'll soon see in your mind that the floor plan upstairs is a bedroom, bathroom, and adjoining dressing room. The center hall, this I would call the center bedroom, which is very spacious, and surprise, it has an adjoining full bath as well, which you wouldn't expect in the center like this. And then at the far end of the house, you have what I call Jack and Jill bedrooms separated by a bathroom. So the floor plan is ideal no matter what your family consists of or how many children. I really think you'll love it. Now notice the beautiful hand-painted decor, and the motif is carried through with the window treatment so well. This is kind of a pale blue, almost an off-white into a blue, and has more of a, to me, a Williamsburg feel than most of the house. Hope you'll like it. I also want you to know you have a wonderful 3-bay garage here, which you'll find very useful, and it will go into a back hall, which then goes down to the butler's pantry and the kitchen. So you can access the house easily from in here. And here's something you wouldn't have known, and I think it's a great feature. There's a room here that's not only great for storage and so forth, but on the other side of that room is a bathroom. So if you're having work done on your house at all, you don't have to be interrupted with people tracking in. They can use the facilities right here.